Have you ever found yourself stumbling over a rug or struggling to get up from a chair that feels just a little too low? Or maybe you've noticed your hands shaking slightly more than they used to, making simple tasks feel like small mountains to climb. As we get older, those little inconveniences can start to add up, and they may even make you wonder how you can continue living independently and safely. But here's the good news. Aging doesn't mean you have to sacrifice your independence or your comfort. With a few simple home upgrades, you can create a living environment that supports you as you age, making everyday activities easier, safer, and more enjoyable. Studies show that people who make their homes more accessible and safer tend to live more independently for longer. For example, a study published by the National Institute on Aging found that a few key modifications can significantly reduce the risk of falls, one of the most common concerns for older adults. And not only does it improve safety, but these upgrades can also boost your confidence, allowing you to move through your space with greater ease and comfort. In today's video, we're going to explore 6 home upgrades that can make a big difference in your daily life. And trust me, you'll want to stay until the end because the last upgrade we'll talk about might be the most transformative one yet. But before we begin, a quick disclaimer. This video is for informational purposes only and is based on publicly available research. Everyone's health is different, so always consult your doctor or a qualified healthcare provider before making any changes to your lifestyle, diet, or home environment. Scientific knowledge is always evolving, and what works for one person may not work for another. Now let's get started with the first home upgrade that can completely transform how you navigate your space: better lighting. I'm sure you've heard that good lighting is essential for safety, but it's more than just about being able to see in the dark. As we age, our eyes don't adjust to changes in light as quickly as they once did. Low light conditions can make it harder to see obstacles, stairs, or even potential hazards, increasing the risk of falls. That's why installing brighter, more energy-efficient lighting in key areas of your home can make a huge difference. Start with the main areas you use most often, like the kitchen, hallways, and bathrooms. Consider upgrading your overhead lights with LED fixtures, which are not only energy efficient, but also provide a brighter, more consistent light. You can also add motion sensor lights in hallways or at the top of stairs, so that lights automatically turn on when you enter the room. This way, you won't have to fumble for switches. Another great idea is adding task lighting, like under-cabinet lights in the kitchen, to make cooking and food prep easier and safer. And don't forget about night lights in the bathroom or near stairs to prevent any midnight surprises. With just a few lighting adjustments, you'll notice how much easier and safer it is to move around your home, especially at night. And once you see how much better your space feels, you'll want to consider the next home upgrade: non-slip flooring. If you've ever had a slip or a near miss on a slick floor, you know how terrifying that can be. As we age, our balance and mobility can change, and slippery floors become a bigger risk. Hardwood, tile, and even some carpets can be prone to slips, especially in high-moisture areas like the bathroom or kitchen. The good news is that there are easy ways to make your floors safer. One simple solution is to add non-slip rugs or mats in high-risk areas. If you're renovating or remodeling, you might want to consider installing slip-resistant flooring materials, such as textured vinyl or rubber tiles, which offer better traction. In the bathroom, where falls are particularly common, there are a variety of options to make the space safer, including non-slip bath mats, grab bars, and even slip-resistant tiles. Many of these solutions are easy to install and can make a significant difference in your safety. By taking small steps like this, you're already setting the foundation for a home that supports your independence and safety. But there's more you can do. Let's move on to the next home upgrade: grab bars and handrails. It might seem like a small detail, but grab bars and handrails can be absolute game changers. Whether you're stepping in and out of the shower or navigating a flight of stairs, these simple additions provide much-needed support. And when placed strategically, they help you maintain your balance and avoid falls. In the bathroom, grab bars near the toilet and in the shower can make a huge difference. They give you something to hold onto for extra support when getting in or out of the tub or shower. You might also consider adding grab bars near your bed or in hallways to help with stability as you move through your home. For stairs, adding handrails on both sides, if possible, is an excellent upgrade. You'll find that these small additions make it so much easier to get around, and they'll give you a sense of security when you're moving through your home. Now, while these upgrades are already making a noticeable difference in your safety and comfort, there's one more thing you can do to really create an environment that works for you: rearranging your furniture and decluttering. Over the years, we tend to accumulate a lot of stuff. And while it's great to have personal items around, clutter can be a big hazard. For example, scattered books, shoes, or rugs can easily become tripping hazards, especially if you're moving quickly or don't see them in low light. Take a moment to walk through your home and evaluate how your furniture is arranged. Are there pathways that are too narrow or obstacles that could pose a risk? Consider moving things around to create clear, wide paths, especially in high-traffic areas like hallways and living rooms. If you have furniture that's low to the ground, like coffee tables or ottomans, think about moving them or replacing them with something safer. A clutter-free home isn't just safer, it's also more calming and enjoyable to be in. You'll find that with a little rearranging, your space can feel more open, accessible, and inviting. And while these first upgrades are already giving you a lot of value, there's one more home improvement to consider that can truly change the way you live independently: smart technology. But we'll talk about that in the next part. Stay tuned. Now that we've covered some essential upgrades like lighting, flooring, and grab bars, let's dive into some additional ways you can transform your home to be even more supportive as you age. These next upgrades are all about making everyday tasks easier and more convenient, so you can enjoy your home to the fullest, without worrying about safety or accessibility. Let's start with smart home technology. You might be thinking, I'm not the best with technology, so how could that possibly help me? But the truth is, you don't have to be a tech expert to benefit from the amazing advancements in smart home devices. These gadgets are designed to simplify your life, reduce effort, and yes, enhance safety. For example, smart lighting systems can be controlled remotely, meaning you won't have to worry about getting up to flip switches, especially if you're feeling a little off balance or tired. You can also set your lights on a schedule so that they turn on and off automatically, making it easier to navigate your home at night. Even better, voice-controlled devices like Amazon Alexa or Google Home can turn your lights on with a simple command, so you don't need to lift a finger. Smart thermostats are another game changer. They automatically adjust the temperature in your home, ensuring it's always comfortable without you having to fiddle with the controls. This is especially helpful if you have mobility challenges or just want to make your home as efficient as possible. But it's not just about convenience, it's about safety too. There are also smart security systems that let you monitor your home from anywhere. Smart cameras, doorbell cameras, and motion detectors are incredibly easy to use and can provide peace of mind, whether you're at home or out running errands. I know someone who installed a smart doorbell with a camera so she could see who was at her door without having to get up, and she loved the peace of mind it gave her. It's these little changes that can have a big impact on how safe and comfortable you feel in your home. Next, let's talk about height-adjustable furniture. As we age, getting in and out of chairs, sofas, or beds can become a bit more challenging. Low seating might look stylish, but it can be difficult to rise from, especially if you struggle with joint pain or have limited mobility. This is where height-adjustable furniture comes in. For instance, adjustable chairs or recliners can allow you to change the height of the seat to a more comfortable level, making it much easier to stand up or sit down. Adjustable beds are another great option, letting you raise or lower the head or foot of the bed to suit your needs. These small adjustments can make a world of difference when it comes to comfort, especially if you've experienced any back pain or joint issues. I've seen how these simple changes can be a game changer for people in their 70s and beyond. One of my clients, who was in her mid-70s, swapped out her old couch for an adjustable one, and she was amazed at how much easier it made getting up. It's these kinds of upgrades that can really improve your daily quality of life, allowing you to feel more independent and less reliant on others. Now, if you're looking for another way to enhance both your safety and comfort, kitchen and bathroom modifications are a must. These are two areas of the home that are particularly important as we age because they're where accidents often happen. In the kitchen, simple upgrades like easy-to-reach cabinets, pull-out shelves, and drawer organizers can reduce the strain on your back and shoulders. Installing a raised dishwasher or an under-the-counter fridge can eliminate the need for bending over, making daily tasks a lot less tiring. You can also look for touchless faucets, which are not only convenient, but can be more hygienic as you won't need to physically touch the faucet handles. In the bathroom, it's all about making sure you're stable and safe while using the facilities. Consider installing grab bars near the toilet and inside the shower. You can also add non-slip mats in the shower to prevent slips and falls. One of the most effective upgrades I recommend is a walk-in bathtub or shower. These are designed to provide easy access without the need to step over a high edge, which can be particularly challenging for people with knee or hip issues. Additionally, replacing standard toilet seats with higher ones can be incredibly helpful. It's a small change, but it makes sitting down and getting back up much easier. These bathroom upgrades might seem simple, but they're incredibly effective at ensuring your safety and making your daily routines more manageable. Now that we've covered some of the physical upgrades to improve safety and convenience, let's shift focus to storage solutions, because the more accessible your storage is, the easier it is to maintain your independence. As we age, reaching high shelves or bending down to grab things can become more difficult. So, it's essential to rethink how you organize your home. First off, make sure that frequently used items are within arm's reach. Use pull-out shelves and drawers, or even a rotating pantry organizer in the kitchen, to make things easy to grab without overextending yourself. Another idea is to install grab bars or pull-down rods in closets, so you don't have to reach for items too high up. And in the bathroom, consider adding built-in shelving or a corner cabinet for easy access to towels and toiletries. These small changes can take the physical strain out of simple tasks, making them more manageable and less stressful. It's amazing how much a bit of reorganization can enhance both safety and functionality. By taking a little time to assess how you store and access things, you can make your home much more efficient and accessible. You may be feeling like, wow, these changes are starting to add up. And you're absolutely right. But here's the thing, these upgrades don't need to be done all at once. You can tackle them one step at a time, gradually creating a safer and more supportive environment for yourself. So, with all of these ideas in mind, you're well on your way to a home that works for you, not against you. But there's one final home upgrade that can truly revolutionize how you live, and I'll share that with you in the next part. Stay tuned for the last piece of the puzzle. By now, you've already taken some major steps in transforming your home into a safer, more comfortable space. From upgrading your lighting and flooring to incorporating smart technology and making kitchen and bathroom modifications, you've created a foundation for a home that truly supports your independence. But I know what you're thinking. These upgrades are fantastic, but how do you stay consistent and make them last? The truth is, staying on top of these changes isn't always easy. Life can get busy, and sometimes the excitement of a new project can wear off. That's why it's important to focus on building habits and routines around these upgrades, so they become a natural part of your daily life. And just like any other health goal, consistency is key. Let me share a story with you. I once met a gentleman named Paul, who didn't start strength training until he was 72. For years, he'd put off exercise because he thought it was too late to start. But after a few months of consistent workouts, he noticed something incredible. He had more energy, less joint pain, and felt stronger overall. Paul told me, "I feel 10 years younger." And let me tell you, that boost in confidence wasn't just physical. It had a ripple effect on his entire life. He started feeling more confident in his home and began tackling home upgrades with renewed enthusiasm. What Paul's story teaches us is that it's never too late to make positive changes. Even if you've only just started thinking about these upgrades, it's never too late to implement them into your life. And once you start seeing the benefits, you'll feel motivated to continue making improvements. When it comes to home upgrades, consistency doesn't mean overhauling your home all at once. Start with one upgrade, like replacing your bathroom lighting, and get comfortable with it before moving on to the next. By taking things step by step, you can avoid feeling overwhelmed, and the changes will start to feel like second nature. Another common challenge many people face when it comes to making home improvements is managing pain or fatigue. As we get older, it's natural to experience more aches and pains, which can make it harder to tackle big projects. But here's the thing, small upgrades don't have to be physically demanding. For example, installing motion sensor lights or a smart thermostat are simple tasks that require little physical effort but offer huge benefits. If you're struggling with any kind of physical discomfort, consider breaking tasks down into smaller, manageable steps. Perhaps a friend or family member could lend a hand for the heavier lifting, or you could hire a professional to take care of the trickier installations. The point is, don't let physical discomfort stop you from making the changes that will improve your quality of life. Another consideration is emotional and mental well-being. When we think of aging, we often focus on physical health, but maintaining your emotional and mental well-being is just as important. And one of the best ways to do that is to stay connected with others. Research suggests that people who have strong social ties live longer and report better overall well-being. Whether it's through regular phone calls with friends, socializing with neighbors, or participating in community activities, staying socially engaged is crucial for healthy aging. In fact, a study from the University of California found that people with strong social connections were 50% more likely to live longer than those with fewer social ties. So, as you work on upgrading your home, don't forget to nurture your social life as well. These two aspects, creating a home that works for you and fostering meaningful connections, go hand in hand. I once heard someone say, "You're not just upgrading your home, you're upgrading your life." And that really stuck with me because it's true. Every time you make a decision to improve your living space, whether it's adding a grab bar or installing a smart thermostat, you're also investing in your sense of independence and confidence. You're telling yourself that you're in charge of your health, your space, and your future. But there's one more thing I want to mention before we wrap up: staying flexible. Life happens, and sometimes things don't go according to plan. Maybe you wanted to install a walk-in shower, but the cost was higher than expected. Or perhaps you thought you could complete a project by yourself, but your energy levels didn't quite match your expectations. The key here is not to get discouraged. When Paul began his strength training, he didn't expect to feel amazing overnight. It took time, and sometimes there were setbacks. But by staying flexible and adjusting his plan when necessary, he was able to continue moving forward. The same approach applies to your home upgrades. It's okay to take your time, adjust your plans, and ask for help if needed. These changes don't have to be perfect or happen all at once. What matters is that you're moving in the right direction. Now, let's talk about the final upgrade that can truly revolutionize your living experience: an emergency alert system. This upgrade is a game changer when it comes to feeling secure and independent. Whether you're worried about a fall, medical emergency, or just want the peace of mind that help is always a button press away, an emergency alert system can be a lifesaver. These devices are simple to use and can be worn as a pendant or wristband, allowing you to call for help immediately, no matter where you are in your home. Some systems even allow you to set up automatic fall detection, which can alert emergency services if you're unable to call for help yourself. And many of these devices come with features like two-way communication, so you can speak directly with a caregiver or emergency dispatcher. Having this type of system in place adds an extra layer of protection and independence. Knowing that you have help at your fingertips provides peace of mind, not only for you but also for your loved ones. So there you have it, the final piece of the puzzle. With an emergency alert system in place, you'll feel more confident and secure in your home, knowing that help is just a button press away. And when you combine this with all the other home upgrades we've discussed, you'll have a living space that truly supports your independence, health, and happiness. But before we wrap up, I want to encourage you to take the first step today. Whether it's replacing a few light bulbs with brighter, energy-efficient ones, or adding a grab bar in the bathroom, every small change you make is a step towards creating a safer, more independent life. You don't have to do it all at once, just start with one thing. We've come a long way in this series, haven't we? From upgrading your lighting and flooring to implementing smart technology and bathroom modifications, every step has been about making your home a safer, more comfortable space where you can thrive, no matter your age. And while we've covered a lot of ground, it all comes down to one key message. You have the power to create a living environment that works for you. When we think about aging, it's easy to focus on the things that slow us down or hold us back. whether it's physical limitations, health concerns, or the idea that things will only get harder. But what I hope you take away from this series is that it doesn't have to be that way. Aging doesn't mean you lose your independence. It means you make smarter choices to protect and empower it. The home upgrades we've discussed are all about giving you the tools to live with more confidence, security, and peace of mind. And the best part, you don't need to do everything all at once. Every small change you make has a cumulative effect, so even just one upgrade can lead to greater comfort and safety in your daily life. For example, maybe you start by installing grab bars in the bathroom or adding brighter lighting in your hallways. These might seem like small changes, but they can make a huge difference in how safe and independent you feel. And then, once you're comfortable with those changes, you can tackle other upgrades like smart technology or a walk-in shower. The key is to take things at your own pace and not feel pressured to do everything overnight. It's about steady progress. I also want to remind you that it's not just about the physical changes. It's about creating a home that nurtures your emotional and mental well-being too. Staying connected with loved ones, fostering a sense of community, and keeping a positive mindset are just as important as upgrading your floors or installing an emergency alert system. As we age, our needs evolve, but so do the ways we can meet those needs. By addressing both the physical and emotional aspects of aging, you can ensure a holistic approach to living independently. Now, I want to leave you with something important. You don't have to go through this alone. If you need help with making these upgrades, whether it's getting a professional to install safety features or asking a family member to help with the heavy lifting, don't hesitate to reach out. There's no shame in asking for support, and often, it makes the process smoother and more enjoyable. As you start implementing these changes, remember to celebrate the little victories. Maybe it's the first time you walk through your hallway without stumbling, or the sense of security you get from knowing that help is just a button press away. These moments matter. They're a testament to your strength, resilience, and determination to live independently for as long as possible. If there's one thing I want you to take away from this entire series, it's this. Aging is not about waiting for things to get worse. It's about proactively creating a life that's filled with energy, security, and joy. You have the power to make your home a place that supports all of that. And it's not just about surviving, it's about thriving, no matter what age you are. I hope you feel inspired to take action and make your home a space that works for you. And as always, take it one step at a time. Whether it's installing a grab bar today or researching smart lighting systems for tomorrow, each change you make is a step closer to the independent, comfortable life you deserve. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. If you found these tips helpful and would like to hear more about home upgrades, aging well, or living independently, we'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below with any questions or suggestions for future videos. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because we've got more practical, science-backed tips to help you live your best life at any age. Here's to creating a home that not only supports you, but inspires you to thrive at every stage of life. Live well, stay safe, and enjoy the journey.